Oh, brother. Alright, this is, it's been brought to my attention. And of course, something is brought to my attention. I find it insane. I need to tell you guys about it. Let's just preface it a little bit. Let's preface a little bit so we can kind of see the angle where I'm going at on here. Obviously, you see the title of the video, you know what I'm talking about. But look, we just gonna preface a little bit. So, back when I was in school, right? One of the main things besides education and learning, obviously, one of the main things they always make sure to push into us: dress code, dress code, dress code, dress code. You can you can wear, you know what I'm saying, regular t-shirt, pants, jeans, shorts, athletic shorts, doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? As long as, if you're a male or whatever that, as long as your pants ain't sagging where they can see your boxers or your underwear and stuff, you're good. You know what I'm saying? If it's starting to do that, they usually get you a belt or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're a female, you're wearing a skirt, it cannot be too high. It needs to be a certain length. You know what I'm saying? And just like all this other stuff, like, man, you can't have your stomach showing. You know what I'm saying? You can't have just like no sleeve. You need to have like a sleeve shirt. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like all this other stuff. And if there was something wrong with their dress code, they usually would have something for you to put on. Worst case scenario, unfortunately, they might have to send you home. But you know what I'm saying? You were not getting screwed over. Me now that I know this, and honestly, I will say college is definitely a bit more freedom on it, and I think it's a little insane. Only in the sense is like professors do, because I've seen this multiple times while I was in college, man. The fact that I've seen people casually walking around campus with their stomachs showing, pants sagging, all this other stuff, and I get it. It's not like middle school or high school where you were like restricted, like you had to do this, you had to do this. College is a lot more free in what they choose to do because at the end of the day, colleges do not care. All they care about is, can we get your money? Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Most professors aren't gonna call it out. They're just here to teach the class like it is. Now, a normal and cool professor would do it, but not everyone is like that. 9 times out of 10, teach the class, get out of here. Kind of just a bit of prefaces of like what I'm saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not like schools don't want us to not have freedom in what we wear. That's not what they're saying at all. It's just, obviously, and this is going to be a point that I really want you guys to understand as we go through this video, because it's going to be funny. We definitely going to be laughing and joking a little bit, but it's also going to be a little serious too. So just keep this in mind. When people go to school, students and teachers, okay? It's not just students, teachers too. When we go to school, we're supposed to what? Dress to impress, dress like we're ready to learn something, okay? Just keep that in mind as we go through this, because when I'm about to tell you guys and even show a little bit of stuff, man, this stuff is getting out of control. It's getting out of control. Like, let's start with some of the students first. I've been scrolling through TikTok, and trust me, you done seen a whole bunch of stuff on TikTok, and trust me, when we get to the teachers, these teachers finna get roasted, okay? But we ain't talking about that right now. Let's just keep it on the students for now. My problem is, bro, you got these kids going to school with their stomach showing. Like, what are we doing? First off, whoever is the parent that let their kid or child walk to school like that, I'm sorry, y'all ain't doing a good job. I'm just gonna be honest, y'all ain't doing a good job. You mean to tell me you're perfectly comfortable with your child going to school with their stomach showing? Is it the point of going to school is dressing to impress? Who is this impressing? This is not impressing anybody. I don't care if it's a little guy at school that you like, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to say this without being controversial, but I'm going to say this as nicely as possible. You know what I'm saying? Let's say if you're gay or you're a lesbian or LGBTQ, you know what I'm saying, at that young of an age, me personally, like I said, not controversial, but it's kind of insane, but I'm not here to judge anybody. You know what I'm saying? Who you are is who you are. What you want to be is what you want to be. I'm not judging, okay? But the point still stands. Like, it doesn't matter whether you're a male or female, this or that. That's not acceptable. at all. At all. I don't care what it is. You mean to tell me if you have a child, right? Or maybe you're expecting to have a child and you want a child, right? You mean to tell me you're comfortable with letting your child go to school wearing nothing but a bra? Like a bra and that's it? You're fine. Nothing wrong with that. If you're okay with that, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you, bro. Like letting them go into school wearing dang near a bathing suit. I've seen so much BS just randomly scrolling on TikTok. These people are dressing in dang near bathing suits, wearing purely athletic. Everything is just showing, like the cleavage is like, bro, pants sagging. Bro, people aren't, bro, I've seen something on TikTok, bro. Dudes and people, they're not even wearing shoes. No socks, no shoes, no sandals, flip flops, none of that. Going to school just barefooted. What are we doing? What are we talking about here? This is unacceptable, bro. I don't care. This is not dress code, bro. It's just not. And before I get to the teachers, because I know somebody is probably going to say it in the comments, wherever they watch this crap, they're going to be like, oh, see, well, you're thinking about it too deeply. You're thinking about it too deeply. Why are you even focused on looking at the cleavage right there? You're weird. You're weird. First off, not even what I was insinuating at all. And, you know, and just to add to that a little bit too, the fact that you people automatically assumed that's why I was going and all that other stuff, and people assuming all that stuff, maybe you need to look at yourself. Why are you thinking that way first? You might be the weird one, bro. But look, that's not a here and there. But it's not even about that. It's bigger than that. It's way bigger than that, bro. This is not the club. This is not. It's not like you going to a party, like a little school party anywhere like that. You hanging out at your friend's place. That's perfectly fine. I mean, it's still kind of a little questionable, but it's a lot more understandable because it's not on school properties, not on school grounds. But still, bro, it's just the fact that out of everything you could have chose to wear, you could have been casually, like a casual t-shirt, jeans, or a t-shirt, pants. Heck, you could have came in with a dang t-shirt and athletic shorts. They don't care, bro. All they care about is the graphic that's on your shirt. If there's like something bad on your shirt, like gang or anything like that stuff, they're gonna ask you to wear a different shirt. You know what I'm saying? If your jeans are too high up or your skirt is too high up or something like that, they're gonna ask you to change it, bro. That's all I'm saying. Not like I'm telling people, and I'm gonna get on this point later in the later end of this video, bro. But it's like, bro, we're not asking them to completely restrict the freedom. Not at all. But at some point, we got to start figuring out where the line, like where do we draw the line, bro? And that's another point I want you guys to keep throughout this video. Now, getting to the teachers. Oh my gosh. I thought the students were bad. These teachers are just as bad, if not worse. I'm sure you guys have seen it all over TikTok. Bro, what's her name? Teacher Bay? This is unacceptable. We cannot let this slide, bro. And look, I'm not gonna sit here and dwell on it too much, okay? And all this other stuff, okay? I know what you guys are gonna say. But see, you're just not understanding, right? The teacher is just dressing to impress. Isn't this what you want to see? Dressing to impress. Sure, you're right. I'm all for teachers wanting to dress to impress. But just keep this in mind, though. Everybody is built differently, okay? Some people are a bit more thicker than others. And other people, you know what I'm saying, have bigger certain parts than others, okay? So if you go to school and you see a teacher wearing like some dang shirt or something that you would see in a club, then they're wearing like some kind of dress or something like that, that's too much. Like there's a problem. You can't be going to school with like a shirt that is showing your cleavage and you're wearing a dress, like, you know those dresses that be having like the dang V, like it's kind of like a reverse V like in the middle, so you can see like you see like their skin and like you know what I'm saying? That ain't it, Chief. That is not dressing to impress. That's dressing to the club. Why are we dressing for clubs in schools? And it's not even just teacher pay, bro. I done seen so many teachers, bro. These dudes are dressing like they're going to a club. But usually, everybody usually follows dress code. Obviously, there's gonna be students that break it. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then. Nobody's perfect. But at least there were the standard. Now the standard is you need to be looking your best. Dang near every day. You need to be looking fabulous. Oh my gosh. Becky, did you see? She got that new purse over there. Oh my gosh. She looks so beautiful. And then, you know, everybody just want to look like Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla. Oh my gosh. Look at her butt. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's really where the main problem falls into this, bro. Social media done got so many of these people hyped up that they want to look like them, but they don't realize this ain't the place or time to do. School is serious. We supposed to be learning. I'm not trying to go to school and the next thing I see is a teacher dressing to go to the club, then ready to teach. Are you trying to teach me or are you trying to seduce me? Because if it's the latter, you need to go to jail. But if it's the former, you ain't doing a good job either. So either way, neither option is better. You're not doing anything. You're not doing a good job no matter how you slice it. Like, bro, the dress code we need to do better, okay? At the end of the day, this is the last thing I'm going to say, and I want to reiterate the main point of this video, okay? Like I said, we go to school, we need to dress to impress. We need to dress like we want to be ready to learn something, okay? And man, I'm not asking to be fully restrictive, okay? I know a couple of people, you know, back when I was in high school, they used to go to a private school. It was like a private school a couple of minutes away from the high school. And, you know, they always tell me, they're like, you know, wearing a uniform, it sucks. It sucks having to wear a uniform, like the same uniform every day. That, I feel, is very restrictive. Because, while, yes, they're just following the tradition. There's nothing wrong with that. I get it. But wearing the same uniform kind of ruins the freedom aspect. Because if they're going in there wearing the same outfit every time, like, yeah, they're following the school rules is what they're supposed to do. But at the same time, man, it's kind of just instilled in their brain dang near forever. Every time they go to school, they can't really fully express themselves because they're wearing the same outfit every time. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm asking for schools to completely go into like wearing uniforms, okay? That's absolutely not what I'm saying. I'm all for, you know, students and teachers alike wanting to dress like how they want to dress. Cool. But at some point, where does the boundary start and where does the line end? There needs to be, we need to figure this out before we even try to dive into the problem. We need to figure out where it starts, where does it end? Because what I'm seeing right now, bro, students going into school showing cleavage, dang near wearing bathing suits, like wearing athletic gear when you know dang well you're not in a track. You're not playing track. You're not playing football. You're not playing softball. Like, why are we wearing this to school? It's different if you're on the track field. You know what I'm saying? If you're playing a sport. But 9 times out of 10, they're not playing a sport. They're just dressing like this because of social media. You know what I'm saying? Teachers are not dressing like they want to truly help students learn. These people are dressing like they want to go to a club or maybe even try to seduce one or two of these kids. You're going to jail. You can blame it all on social media because at the end of the day, social media just ruins a lot of stuff, man. It really does. And I hate to say that, but I mean, you got to be honest and look at it from a bigger picture. No, little baby. Social media is just ruining it a little bit. Now, this is like part 1 of this social media trend, okay? The next 2 videos that'll be dropping tomorrow and Wednesday, I'm going to be delving into more topics of social media and how I feel like it's ruining like stuff going on because truth be told, man, I have a lot of things I really want to say about social media, bro. All this stuff going on in this world, bro, and you know, unfortunately with the recent, you know, the passing of Charlie Kirk and all this other stuff, man, I have a lot of stuff that I want to get off of my chest, bro. But I'm going to wait until tomorrow to do that. So this one is gonna be kind of a bit of lighthearted, you know what I'm saying? A little serious, but a little funny and all that. But like tomorrow, man, I'm really gonna like it's gonna be serious. So do be prepared for the whiplash and that, bro. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got, bro. So stay cool, keep it classy. Peace, man.